Antonio.
Hi, Becky.
I'm really excited to talk to you today. So Antonio is in Portugal. Where in Portugal are you?
I am in the south of Portugal, in a town called Évora, which is like 1 hour and something southeast from Lisbon. RAIA, it's the Portuguese word for the people that live in the border, like in Portugal and Spain. And it also means a fish, the raya fish, and then it also means from the. It's also can be a verb from the sun. O sol raiar means the sun is shining. But raya is this culture. I actually lived for many years in this border between Portugal and Spain. And so I think this is a cultural ecosystem that can answer for many of the problems of the world today, because there is this idea that by the other side of the river, there are people that are different than us. And this is not true. Played with dancers, actors, clowns. I've made things. I've done a concert with carpenters, for instance, and so I like that. I'm
Yeah,
pretty into this idea of soundscapes and so on. Also.
I love that. And hearing this, it sounds like Portugal is very supportive of the arts. Would you say that Portugal is a very creative place?
Well, I think so. I think all the world is a creative place.
I agree.
We are not so different from each other. I don't see really this. I think countries are narratives, are not really in this idea of me being from Portugal, you being from
Yeah.
Canada. It's kind of yeah, well, okay, but it doesn't really mean. But in the territory, in the physical territory, I think there is a lot of creativity. Yes, actually, we have many things going on, like in every art forms. So I would say yes, it is. It's quite a creative hub. Yes.
I felt even though your songs are instrumental, I could feel a story in your
Yeah.
music.
Mm.
And I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, of course. Well, these songs are instrumental. I have other songs that have lyrics on it, but most of my songs are instrumental. Yes, but they are narratives also. Just sometimes not with words on it. Words are a part of our communication, and they are really an important part. So
Mhm.
I love words, and but I also love sounds, and I also love the sound of the words. I also love the sound of the voice and the sound of things, and actually the sound of instruments, not like the way, even not like the way you're supposed to play it. When I was younger, I had this teacher, piano teacher. I studied piano first, and she once I was always composing this stuff and so on, and so okay, so let's see, how do you play piano? And I just sat and start to play, and she said, okay, so that's it. And she just knocked just in the side of the piano. It was a big piano, and she knocked out, tack tack, and that changed the whole world for me. So then I understood that sounds are incredible to tell stories, and then I found out that I could play the piano like this, but also like this, but also inside of the piano, also upside. I could sing into the piano, and that changed my perspective on music. So sounds are really important, just not scales and so on, but also that. So my songs have, all of them have narratives, are stories. So sometimes I just do not worry about making this classic song like A, B, then C, and then go to B or to A again. And sometimes when I play with others my songs, and people say, "Oh, would you like it more like this?" And if I hear that the story is told, so for me it doesn't matter. So do you feel? Yeah, if it is something really different, I'll tell. But if it's not, if just okay, the story is there, so keep it as you like it. So feel it
Yeah.
out. And
I love hearing that because I feel like the limitations around music were removed for you at
well,
that time. Like when that teacher knocked on the piano, like it took away some of that,
yeah,
barrier. And
I think it gave me a lot of perspective, and
uh,
I'm really grateful to her. Yeah, I loved her very much. She was an old lady at the time, and she played marvelously. And yeah, it was quite of an inspiration. My
no,
teacher.
I really like that a lot. It's a great story.
This instrument that I play, I've been playing it for a few years now. I started on the piano, then I played guitar, then I played in rock bands, experimental rock, garage bands, and so on. Then I went to the jazz school, so I played jazz, and then I found out this viola, which is one of the wired violas in Portugal. The name is Viola Campaniça. It's hard. I will write it to you in chat if you want,
Yeah.
because it's Campaniça means from the countryside, so it's
Okay.
from the rural areas of the south of Portugal. This is one of the Portuguese violas. There is the Portuguese guitar that many people know about, the fado and so on. So this one has 10 strings. It could have 12, like three triples, and
Right.
these one are doubles. And I really think that this instrument, which is kind of the popular version of another instrument called vihuela, which was the instrument, a fancy instrument that could play for the kings and the princes and so
Right.
on. This
Yes.
one was it, the people.
It was the
And this,
countryside.
yeah, the
Yeah.
countryside, yeah, the popular version of it. And I do think that sometimes when we think about uh, what the our culture is, what what is made of, what are the foundations of how do we apprehend the world now. And there are three cultures that pump out like immediately, and there are others, of course. There's a long story to it, but this the Christians, the Muslims, and the Jewish. So these three cultures are really into art and science. Actually, nature has plays an important role on this, because the elements are so strong. Well, I mean, we have this. The sun is so strong
Oh,
that it's really there. So there are many folk songs about the
yeah.
sun,
Yeah.
about the water, the really
And
importance of water, the importance of shadow when it's when the heat comes. So to have a tree and to have a shadow and to have something to be a bit more cooler. So there are many songs about it, and this so this instrument, I think it's quite some I would say that this is like synopsis I don't know of this because even though that most part of the songs for the viola companies are like happy songs, even if they are telling bad stories like horrible stories, they are happy, like this there is one, there is telling a really sad story, and it's like and it goes like, so this would be like a folk tune telling a sad story. I could tell you about it, but it's a long story.
Yeah.
Even though there is this kind of a mood for this, then you have the minor thing like this.
I'm a sucker for a minor.
Yeah, it's like this. So we have at the same time. I think. Let me see if I have a plectrum here or something. I don't think I have it, but if I would, I have one. This one. So at the same time, I think it has also this kind of element. Like this kind of maybe more African kind of thing. We have many African rhythms like 6/8, and so I do think there's this kind of rhythm like Gnawa rhythms that also we have this kind of so actually this is one of my songs, but it's kind of have this more like Arab spirit on it.
Like Middle Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all here. And remember about the piano. So I try to take the viola and play it everywhere. So I play here, I play here, I play here. So I would play.
I love that.
Well, and this this is not a fancy instrument, but it's I like it very much. It's from the people. So when I just discover it, it's a love story. So we got attached to each other.
Oh, that's great. And you play it beautifully and it sounds so lovely. The sound isn't great over Zoom, but even just that was so beautiful.
This year has been quite prolific. Can I say this in English? I don't know.
Prolific, yeah.
Yeah. It's been crazy. So I had a single called Homem de Duas Cabeças, which is a instrumental that it talks about this idea of having two heads and going like the same person and being more than one. And then and sometimes both heads are at the same time. Sometimes they go separate and so on. So that was the first single of RAIA actually. So I had this EP that we played for this festival called Culturas 360, which is a global a platform, and we recorded live, and that was really important also. So then I had it all in the same year. So I had this the release of this album called Sem Estrada para Fairland, which is There Is No Road for Fairland. It was a musical score for a new musical score for a 30s movie, for an old Portuguese movie from the 30s of the 20th century. And actually, 1 week from now, we are going to release another one called Revoada, which is about flying, which is with well, this the other one was with this incredible drummer called Shinesh, and we made the album together. And the next one will be called Revoada. It's with two musicians from Mozambique that we met each other here in Portugal, and yeah, and I'm recording my LP with the band that is going to be released in March 2003, or at least that's the plan. Maybe if it's not March, it will be April, but around
around there. So you have two kids, and how do you balance your life as a musician? And I feel like you are the kind of person that doesn't put those borders or walls up in your life. But how do you balance your life as a musician and your family life, your home life?
Well, it's crazy, actually. So, and I've been thinking about it all the time. I have two kids, Francisco and Madalena. They are 9 and 5 now. And yeah, we are four. Monica, she's my wife. And yeah, sometimes, you know, being a musician, there are lots of things coming with it. That's travels, touring, and that's the way you make your living. And sometimes it's really hard. So what do I do to make it a bit more bearable, even for me? Sometimes we say, oh no, I have to get home because of the kids. It's not just because of the kids, it's because for me. It's because of me. Sometimes I have this physical need to touch them and to
Of course, yeah.
And sometimes yes, I'm away and so on. So what I try to do is when I'm here, I'm with them. I'm really with them. So and I always try to get home early. So sometimes I do crazy things, many kilometers. But I feel that that I want to spend time with them. I mean, it's a privilege to have to be in someone's life and watch them grow, watch them become a person. I mean, we we start to take care of them as babies, but then they started to have their own opinions and be other ones beside of you. They are other person, and you have to accept that. So they are not the same as you. So and then like you were to your mother and father and so on, to your family. So and now I think that's a privilege to testify that, to just it's very beautiful. So I want to have to take part on this experience and to be a part of their lives and try to tell them that I'm here for them, even that sometimes I have to travel. So, but I think we can manage. We are extremely adaptable as human beings. I mean, we live in Greenland and we live in deserts, so in Sahara, for instance. So I think we just adapt. There is not just one formula, a magical formula. So how to be a dad or something. I think that there's a lot of mistakes on it, and there's a lot of acceptance, resilience. You just have to accept that many times you're going to fail, and then and you have to start again. So that's what I try to do. It's to learn with mistakes and be better next time.
That's a really great philosophy, and I'm sure that your children are also very grateful for you and for you being present with them and spending as much time with them as you can. So if anyone that is watching this, my Canadian audience, my Canadian friends, were to come to Portugal, where would you recommend that they go? It can be for food, it can be for landscape, whatever.
Okay, so so if you come by plane, you would come like from Lisbon, Porto, or far. I would recommend that you just Portugal is a small country, it's not like Canada that you need many
Yeah.
days to.
Yeah.
I've been twice in Canada and I just know a tiny bit of it, and never been to your side of
My
Canada.
side.
The
The west.
part, the east, and so I would say that if you land in Lisbon, so spend a few days in town, because Lisbon is quite a vibrant city, and it has lots of things. Has this wonderful life and light. And life also. So I would surely recommend that. Then coming south, there is still this the southwest coast, which is really nice. Just the ocean by the sea, and there is not so crowd. It's a bit in summer, yes, but there's still a natural park and a national park, so you can enjoy the coast. Then going down to Algarve, it's our it's like it's touristical and have many people go to the because of the good beaches and so on. It's nice actually, but that's I would recommend not spending all the time in the coastline where all tourists are. But if you go a bit inner in the Algarve, it's really nice to the mountains. They're not so big and so on, and that's another cultural thing. Then spend time in Alentejo for sure. It's quite an experience because it's different. It's where it's the biggest area region in the country, and it has the flatlands in the south, and then the mountains in the north. So it's and it has really old cities, like you can visit Beja, Évora, Porto Alegre. I'm living in Évora, which is really an old city. So it's a World Heritage City. You should really come here and spend time in Alentejo. Then going a bit north, and this is fast because you can do the whole country like in 6 hours. So it's really.
That's incredible and unthinkable
Yeah.
for me because Canada's so big and can't get anywhere. I can't to I can't even get across BC in 6 hours.
Yeah,
So yeah.
and it's what is incredible. It's that the landscape, it changes a lot. In 2 hours you can change from flatlands to mountains, to watch snow on the mountaintops, to heat in the flatlands. So it's really nice. So it's quite of in a short period of time you can pass through really
It's a
different things.
lot.
I
Yeah.
would definitely just go up in the inner country and spend time in Beira, Castelo Branco, Covilhã, in the mountains in Serra da Estrela, then go up to Trás-os-Montes. Is beautiful landscapes, and then going west to Minho, it's really beautiful. It has these forests, really nice forest. Then going down a bit to Oporto, I don't know if you know the town, but I would recommend highly Porto. It's a vibrant city with many things to do, really nice cultural life. And then going down again from Aveiro to the coast, to the west coast, in the center, there's quite a, now it's quite big, the surfing and so on, but it's really nice to watch the waves there. There are really big waves in the
Yeah.
Nazaré Canyon, so it's really big. They are huge, and the guys that are going there with the surfboard, I think they are a bit crazy, but I think I would not do that. But
I don't think
they
I would
do.
either.
Yeah, but they do, and like in Nazaré. But it surely a visit to that place. It's really nice. Then coming back to Lisbon, and this you just need a few days. Of course, you cannot know everything, but cannot visit every
Right.
day.
Yeah. Antonio, it was so lovely to speak with you, to hear your stories and your view of the world. It was very enlightening, and I really, yeah, it was just great to chat with you, and I hope we can chat again.
It was lovely to chat with you, and I do hope that we can chat again, of course.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I guess have a good night because it's late. It's getting late there.
Yes, it's 8:40,
It's
so
12
it's
and it's not even 1 p.m. here. So
no.
enjoy your children and your wife and your evening, and we will talk soon.
Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you. Bye.